Another point, another draw, real archetypal game of two halves. We saw it all today. The good, the bad, and the damn right ugly. Everything was on display today. And if it wasn't for Patrick Bamford clawing a point away just at the last second, we would really be in dire straits right now. Hey guys, it's JT and welcome back to another episode of South Stand Stories, where we're going to be going through that trip to Turf Moor, that fateful trip to Turf Moor, and I do not want to waste any more of your time, so let's get straight to the meat of the action. And what a day it was. The first half didn't start off too badly, if I'm honest. The first 10-15 minutes, it looked like we shocked Burnley a bit. The intense passion that they heard coming from the away fans. I mean, let's be real here. The away fans filled out the entire stadium's noise. You couldn't hear any home fans. If it wasn't for us, you could hear a pin drop in there. I mean, how embarrassing is it that it's your, at most second home game of the season since we've been able to get fans back, and you're still not selling out? How embarrassing is that? But nonetheless, the noise combined with our intensity in that opening 10 minutes shocked Burnley. We had them pressed back. We were causing some serious problems there. They looked like they were kind of half asleep, a bit flat-footed with their play, and we were having a little bit of joy at times. Turn into the second 15 minutes, and that script completely changed. When you're looking at 15 to 30 minutes, we were the lethargic ones. We were the flat-footed ones, and Burnley were the ones getting a lot of joy on that game. We couldn't seem to break their press. We couldn't seem to get the ball out of that middle third of the pitch. We'd get it out of our defensive third, but we could never get it into their final third. It would always be a sloppy pass. It would be someone not alert, someone walking around, and we just didn't look sharp at all. For want of a better word, we looked very lethargic, very tired, but not physically tired, more mentally tired than anything. Cut back to the final 15 minutes, and this is probably our best 15-minute spell in the game. We were getting the ball through the midfield. The transition play was finally working, and I think there was one man to thank for that, and his name is Rodrigo Moreno. Everybody seems to hate on this guy, but I'm telling you, in that first half, in that last 15 minutes, he was sharp, he was turning, he was agile. There was one play he made when Phillips crossed the ball in, and it wasn't quite received by Bamford. Quickly on the pivot, little Cruyff turn, gives it out to the left, sprints down into the space. Again, the time when Harrison whipped the ball in. Lovely chest, straight down, instantly first time pass out to Harrison. Turns his head down and just sprints down, gets himself into the box. Unfortunately, the cross wasn't quite able to reach him. Not quite enough meat on the bone of that cross. And then eventually, again, another great counter-attack. Bamford and Rodrigo linking up yet again. The ball finds its way to Bamford. He flicks it onto Rodrigo. Rodrigo with a beautiful reverse pass to RAPHINHA, and RAPHINHA, I don't know what he was doing. He was in between minds of going for a cross or a shot, and he ended up just completely messing up, doing neither or, and just slashing it down the middle, and it really resulting in nothing. He had two options. He could have either cut it back to Bamford, slashed it into the bottom left-hand corner, but see, he looked a bit confused at times today, RAPHINHA. I feel like he was working hard, and there were a couple of moments of joy from him, but he did look a bit confused in front of goal at times. We end the half with Bamford almost scoring an own goal. I don't know what the hell he was doing there. The corner comes in, and I thought it was Chris Wood at first, but I look at the replay and I see his buddy Bamford. He just leaps up. I don't know why he was heading it to the right. It kind of looks like he was trying to clear it, but he got his angles all wrong, and he almost ended up scoring an own goal there. And that about wraps up the most of the action for the first half. There is one thing I will have to note in that first half, however, and that is the poor, shocking state of the officiating. How the referee only gave a yellow card for that challenge on Dallas is absolutely unfathomable. Barnes basically fly kicks him. The guy thinks he's turned into Rey Mysterio overnight. He just jumps up and fly kicks Dallas in the leg. I don't know what the hell the referee was smoking, whether it's cocaine, but it's damn right something, because that was one of the most ludicrous decisions I've ever seen. If you compare it to the Granit Xhaka red card yesterday, if that's a red, then that challenge on Dallas is most definitely a red, in my opinion. But what did you guys think? Let me know down below. Red or yellow. What are you telling me? As for the second half, oh my god, it was flat. It was flat. It was like when you leave a Coke out for 2 weeks, you try to open it up, pour it in the bottle, you try and taste it. You're getting a little bit of flavor there, but there's something missing. There's just no fizz, no sparkle, no shine to the performance. And that's exactly what we had in that second half. Boy, was it poor. Every time we tried something on the ball, Burnley were better than us. Burnley were the first one to get the ball. Burnley were the first ones to get the second ball. They wanted it more than us. They were more physical than us. They were more imposing than us. And their press was better than us. They were working harder than us. They were out-possessioning us. It was just flat, lethargic, poor, dismal. Until eventually that all paid off with a Chris Wood goal of all people. Chris Wood, do you want to embarrass me anymore? Chris Wood, the ball is pinballing around in our box. I don't know what the hell's happening. It ends up finding its way to Chris Wood, who stood right in front of Meslier. Sure, he puts a little flick on it, but Meslier just all of a sudden turns translucent and the ball just glides through his body. I don't know what. I mean, the guy, I'm not going to get onto him because last week I think he was actually one of our man of the matches. I think he had a fantastic performance, but that was poor. And it was looking bad, it was looking diabolical, it was looking damn right shambolic, until thankfully, who saved our blushes? Who came to the saviour? Who came to rescue the mighty Whites? Of course it was Patrick Bamfordinho, fresh off of his New England cap, fresh off of the new instilled confidence Gareth Southgate has just put into him. And boy, what a finish it was, and as an absolute world-class screamer from 40 yards, or should I say 4 yards, as Shackleton again, another shot comes in. Might I say, actually, beautiful piece of skill by RAPHINHA on the wing. Little step over, little shimmy, almost flip-flap-esque, cuts into the box. Finally, a bit of quality when we needed it from him. Cuts it back to Shackleton, kind of goes for a cross/shot. The shot's going wide, and Bamford is there to tap it home from about 4 yards out. Thank the Lord, at least we didn't lose, but still, 1 point, not good enough for me. Not good enough at all. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comment section down below. But for me, we got Liverpool coming up next. We really need the wins coming, because if we don't beat Liverpool, we are up shit's creek without a paddle. 2 points after 4 games with -4 goal difference. Or probably be 5 or 6 if we do end up losing. It's just simply not good enough. It's simply not acceptable. And I can only hope we turn this around soon. If I was going to give a quick 1 to 11 player ratings, I would give Meslier a 5. I can't give him anything more after that woeful save there. As for the back four, Ayling 5, Dallas 6, Struijk I'd give a 6 because he did make a couple of nice interceptions there, stopping it. Llorente I'd give a 5.8 just because there are a couple of times where he is very sloppy on the ball, almost gave it away. Cooper I'd give a 5.9. As for the midfield, Phillips is getting a 7. He was my man of the match today. Out of a lot of very poor performances, I think Phillips was the guy who can hold his head up high, show that he worked well, show that he didn't really step a foot wrong. A man who yet again was dominating the midfield. He was one of the few players that was really up for the physical battle today that Burnley did present. So for me, Phillips, you're getting yourself a big nice 7. Rodrigo can get a 6.8 because in the first half I feel like he was head and shoulders our best player. I think he was quality. I think he was sharp. He was energetic. His end product was good. It's just in that second half, boy, he went back into Mr. Invisible Man. So for that, I can't give you anything more than a 6.8. 6.8 is probably a bit generous considering how I think you did perform in the second half. But because of how well I think you played in the first half, I am going to be generous and I am going to give you a 6.8. Harrison with a 6.5. Yet again, energetic, sharp, but the end product was missing today, if you ask me. The end product just wasn't there. There were a lot of times where he cut it back and he was passing it back and he was turning back into our own half when he didn't need to, when he could have taken the man on. So for that, 6.5 maximum. RAPHINHA, 6.5. again, because he missed some great chances in that game, I can't give him any higher than that. The only reason I'm giving him a 6.5 anyway is because of the play he did for the goal, which was very good. So for that, 6.5. Bamford left a lot to be desired for, especially in that second half quite a bit. First half, he was putting himself about well. Again, end product not too great. There was a couple of chances, a lovely ball in by Calvin Phillips, and he had a heavy touch with his right foot there. Positioning also left a lot to be desired for inside the box. I wanted him to pose a bit more of a threat. Tarkowski was bullying him at times in that game, but because he got the goal, because he was in the right place at the right time, I'm gonna give him a 6.9. Roberts flat 5 wasn't on for long enough, and Shackleton I'll give a 6, although he didn't really do too much. He got the assist for the goal, so for that he's gonna get a 6. But that about wraps up all of the player ratings and the game. What did you guys think? Let me know what you guys thought down below. But for now, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.